We are 1 week away from more content coming right here to the Zan Madden YouTube channel. So make sure you guys are subscribed off rip because College Football 25 is inbound and we are going to be the one-stop source to make you better, not only at Madden, but also at College Football 25. Make sure you guys are taking a look at gridirongameplans.gg, my subscriber-based website where you guys get all the tips that I know in the game way ahead of the time that it hits the YouTube channel. We got pre-sales for both Madden 25 and College Football 25. If you guys weren't plugged in Madden 24, just for context, 300 vault tips, 10 offensive and defensive game plans, 50 lab sessions in our members only Discord. You guys unlock all of that for one payment up front. Take advantage of the best deal on the website. Now let's get into today's video where we're going to be talking about how to manipulate underneath flat zones. We've talked about this in passing and other route combos that I've done before, but we're going to take a look at just conceptually how you can apply these into your offense no matter what it is you run. In fact, I'm going to run some formations I don't even really main out of my offense. So what we're going to do here first is we're going to be talking about how to make a cloud flat disappear. This is with zone drops on, zone drops off, match on, match off, does not matter. And what we're going to be taking a look at is a concept in which we have a wheel route from the slot and using an outside receiver on a vertical pattern. This is going to be a general theme for today's video. So we're going to start off here with the tight Y off week post wheel drag. So with this play, we're going to go up against a cover 2. Again, this could be match on, this could be match set to default. Does not matter. We're going to go ahead with this cover 2 drop play, which is a zone-based play, and set up a combo in which the outside receiver runs a streak, the slot receiver runs a wheel. Now, the key for this is not to attack the flat underneath right away. You want these two routes to be the only attacking threats for probably the first 2 to 3 seconds of the play. So with this, what we're going to do here is we are going to show you a couple of ways we're going to make this flat vacated. So the first one that I'm going to use, I'm going to put Mackey on a drag. I'm just going to motion him all the way out wide. And the reason I want to do this is those two routes that are on the left, again, Hill and Nakua. Hill is going to run the streak, Nakua is going to run the wheel. Because a cloud flat is going to pass off the streak and Tyreek Hill to a deep zone, he has to match onto the wheel because there's no help behind him in the zone coverage. This is going to vacate his flat nearly entirely, allowing you to throw a drag or something underneath of that route once it's matched. There are going to be better route combos for this, but again, we're paying attention right here to this outside corner. When the ball is snapped, he's going to let Tyreek Hill go. Why? Because he's got deep help behind him in the form of a safety in this cover 2. So the first guy he can let go. The second guy entering his area vertically on the wheel requires him to convert into man-to-man on this. Otherwise, that's a wide open throw. So from a football standpoint, this is pretty logical. I would say that this makes sense in a lot of cases. And this is going to open up the check down to a third option as our low option. However, you don't necessarily have to run this as a low option. In this example, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the running back underneath on an in route. We're going to use the same route combo to the left side of the field. And we are going to have the wide receiver on the right, Waddle, on a square in. This is a 10-yard dig. Again, with this play, we're wanting the timing of this to sync up in a way that makes it so the flat is vacated by the time our B receiver gets into that area. Traditionally, a cloud flat would drop to a depth of 12 to 15 yards on the sideline. But again, with the same logic, he has to take Nakua on the wheel, which leaves his sideline open. And because there is no other flat defender here, once this route crosses the hook tier of the defense, this is an easy pitch and catch delivery and a first down. Now, you guys could use other routes. You don't even have to use a 10-yard square in. Let's give you another example. I'll use a hot route master post in this regard. So again, we snap the ball, X on the streak, Y on the wheel gets matched. Now all of a sudden you have a wide open sideline for about 20 yards. So this is going to allow you to really throw the ball in behind those zones as they turn up the field and match. But the best part about this is that this rule set also applies to purple zones. So purple zones are found in cover 3 and cover 4 based defenses. Let's show you this concept out of a more spread out formation. We're gonna use the same concept, but we wanna find a slot wheel route. So for instance, in the gun Y off trips week, we have this play motion pump and go. And it's got a built-in slot wheel route. Now with this route combo, we're gonna do things a little bit differently. I'm gonna start off here. I want a streak. I want B driving the outside third vertical. If he's running something else, there's a chance that the purple zone will say, you know what, the wheel route can be passed off to the outside third. So I want to keep this really simple, straightforward. Waddle flies, he's taking the attention of the outside third in the cover 3. Then when Nacua wheels up that same sideline, that purple zone feels compelled to have to take it up the field. So with this, we're going to run a simple underneath backside cross, just a little shallow from our split end. Watch the wheel route, pull that purple zone, and then this delivers the drag, and we're going to be able to go wide open on that check down. You guys can run the same exact concept and use a slant if you wish. The value of the slant is that it elevates as it gets up the field. It's not just a shallow cross, it's getting depth. You see that that purple zone is going to vacate, and now we're able to steal, you know, in this case, a few more yards on this play. You could, if you wanted to, leave this play stock with that backside crosser and pick up even more yardage. So the slant was good. The crossing route is going to continue to run up the field. And you see right here how we're able to do this. The other thing that you'll notice with this is once this purple zone turns into man-to-man on this, it's not going to get the benefit of the zone break on ball. So this is now Randy Moss in man-to-man. Unlike a deep zone with deep zone KO and eyes in the back of its head, this guy is not going to turn around and break on the throw, which means that this is a safe pattern that you guys can deliver. And what's really cool about this is, let's say for whatever reason, you just want to go high-low to the backside, you could actually involve your tight end. Let's go ahead and use a 10-yard smart routed out route. Again, B on the streak, he's going to pull the third, the wheel's going to turn the purple zone, and now we're delivering an out route to the tight end right here. Cool part about this is if you get the ball in space, a juke or two in this game, you know you're looking at a potential one-play score. So again, with this, you've got so many different options. Let's go ahead here. I'm going to motion Mackey across the field. Let's run a wheel smoke combo, and then I'll put Mackey on a crosser. Now, in this case, Waddle can press down a little bit. I don't anticipate this impacting the route combo too much here. But again, you see the wheel, and actually it did. So this is something that's worth talking about. A lot of times in this game, if you have a route that enters that kind of radar, if you will, of the purple zone too soon, the purple zone will say, you know what, I can't match. I don't know what's going on here. So you see right here at this point, the wheel route has not gone vertical enough through the purple zone. By the time the crossing route over on the left is getting into that radar as well. What you really need is Nacua flying through that purple zone with nothing else in the area at that point in time. If Mackey would be crossing the field about a second later, you would actually be in a much better spot. So instead of condensing down the formation like this does with Mackey in motion, what we're going to do instead is maybe put Tyreek Hill across the field. Now, again, you just noticed that the slot receiver kind of compressed down when we did that. You saw Nacua kind of, you know, ended up moving in a little bit. Again, this could impact the timing of the play. There is an element to this that is very, very important. But now you see that Tyreek Hill got across the field in the same fashion that we were able to utilize the tight end on the out route. Again, it's all about making sure the wheel route gets through the purple zone, converts it into match as quickly as possible with nothing else in the area. Again, take a look at this. Nacua gets behind the purple zone. The route that's going to re-enter the purple zone is not even on that side of the field yet. He turns up the sideline, and now we're able to throw this ball underneath of it. It's an easy pitch and catch. Now, here's the really cool part. I've talked about this working with match or default settings. This actually also works when your opponent sets zone drops for their purples. So what I'm going to do here to illustrate this, I'm going to put my curl flats on 5. So again, we've got this vertical. We've got the wheel that's going to run behind the purple zone. Even though the purple zone's set to 5, I want you to watch what happens. Wheel route goes. Now the purple zone leaves. The cool part about this is both those routes are wide open. Even if you read this terribly and you end up just throwing the out route, that's totally fine. It's basically idiot proof. You see right here, I mean, if you're smart, you're throwing this wheel route because that purple zone, you know, it's supposed to match, but it doesn't. And it's just wide open. So in a lot of cases, you're going to just be able to kind of run the wheel route or the out route. So again, if I see this, I'm immediately thinking, all right, let's go back shoulder right here and do a possession catch. So now this is wide open. You know that late in the play, you're also going to get the tight end wide open as well. So maybe your opponent uses the wheel. It's still going to end up being something that's going to be similar yardage wide open underneath about 2 seconds later. So really, really easy stuff here as it pertains beating a purple zone or beating a cloud flat zone. So apply this into your offense. This is something that most playbooks should have some sort of formation like the 2 I showed you, or a wheel of some sort that you can build around with this. This is a really easy concept that you should utilize. If you guys want to, try using the running back on wheel routes out of formations where you can hot route the wheel and then motion him out to the slot. You get similar effect from route combos involving the running back motioned out to create empty. Just try to find the route combo from the backside that's going to enter that purple or that blue zone at the right time, so it gives time for those flat defenders to match. But that's it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give the video a like. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, drop those below. I cannot wait for College Football 25. Subscribe to the channel. Gridiron Game Plans. We're so close. 1 week. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.